Hi everyone, I'm Herman Atenson. I will discuss the contingency. A contingency is a potential negative event that may occur in the future, such as an economic recession, natural disaster, or fraudulent activity. Companies and investors plan for various contingencies through analysis and implementing protective measures. Contingency plans can include the purchase of options or insurance for investment portfolios. Although contingencies can be prepared for, the nature and scope of such negative events are typically unknowable in advance. Companies and investors plan for various contingencies through analysis and implementing protective measures. So now we have types of contingency plans. Contingency plans are utilized by corporations, government, investors, and by the central banks. Contingencies can involve real estate transactions, commodities, investments, currency exchange rate, and geopolitical risks. First, we have protecting asset. Next, investment positions, business continuity and recovery, cybersecurity. Protecting assets. Contingency might also include contingent assets, which are benefits rather than losses, than accrue to a company or individual given the resolutions of some uncertain event in the future. Investment positions. Investors protect themselves from contingency that could lead to financial losses related to investing. Investor might employ various hedging strategies such as stop loss orders, which exits a positions at a specific price level. Business continuity and recovery. As part of contingency plans for disasters such as a pandemic, companies need to plan ahead to ensure that the business can operate during and after an event. Cybersecurity. With any type of disaster, cybercriminals often try to take advantage of a crisis to hack into a company's systems and steal data or disrupt business operations. Financial contingency planning has two critical goals. One is to address the immediate response to the crisis. The other focuses on normalizing operations after the event has occurred or in areas of a business untouched by the crisis. So the financial levers you should be prepared to pull might include funding and costs. Funding means cash reserves are king in crisis situations, although experts suggest businesses hold enough cash or other highly liquid assets to cover 6 months of operating expenses. Studies show that many smaller businesses don't do that. Access to line of credit, short-term loans, and business continuity insurance are a few other funding sources companies should secure in advance of any crisis. Cause its expenses, staff, and even entire business units can be cut or sold in an effort to protect profitable activities and maintain positive cash flow. So we have 7 steps to create a financial contingency plan. We have identify risks, analyze causes, track indicators, prescribe actions, analyze your financial profile, inventory your asset and funding sources, make plans to reallocate, cut, or leverage. Identify risks, narrow down your company's Race to 5 or 6 realistic scenarios that could truly derail your business. Analyze causes, understand and document why each of these situations might emerge. Track indicator based on this analysis, list the possible signs of trouble and come up with ways to track them to stay ahead of the situation. Prescribe actions details the strategy for responding to each crisis by specifying and prioritizing which steps to take, how, by whom, and in what time frame. Analyze your financial profile. Use all the financial planning and analysis tools you have to detail your operations and the markets you serve, including cost, cash flow, and competitive positioning. Inventory your assets and funding sources. Ask yourself these questions. How much do you have in cash reserves? Which assets are indispensable and need to be protected? Which assets would you consider shuttering or selling? Where could you cut spending without risking profitability? How much can you borrow quickly? Do you have business interruptions insurance? Make plans to reallocate, cut, or leverage. Usually, the first and best options are scaling down productions using lines of credit with your bank or selling of non-core business unit. Each option should be rated for its speed, reliability to raise funds. For instance, selling a business unit might have a shower, less certain outcome than taking out of short-term loan when time is of the essence. The following best practices can also help optimize the development and maintenance of your financial contingency plan. First, we have the activations. You should have a policy in place that describes exactly when a contingency plans would be activated, including the decision-making process and who is involved. Next, reviews. Examine these plans on a quarterly basis considering economic shift and workforce changes to account for economic factors or other issues relating to the business such as new contact details or a significant change in cash reserves. Next, we have communications. Make sure the plan is communicated to select individuals in your company across departments so they can review and understand it before any crisis materializes. And learn from experience. As with any good business plan, companies should learn from experience whenever they turn to the contingency plan and make adjustments that will put in the better positions for the next crisis. So we have financial contingency plan templates. Financial contingency plan templates, a variety of tools are available to help you develop a financial contingency plan. You can start brainstorming your response to crisis by downloading these top-level financial contingency planning templates. So first, we have a trend lines. Trend lines is monitoring critical metrics over time such as cash flow and accounts receivable may provide early warning signs of major setback for your business. Second, mind maps. Organize and categorize the wide range of risks your company faces to help you winnow them down and prioritize the biggest threats. Risk impact chart. These charts organize risks based on their impact and probability of occurrence to help you prioritize responses. Next is decisions diagrams. Visually map specific responses to specific events, giving leaders a clear plans of actions during a crisis. So, that is my topic. Thank you po.